How's it going today? It's 30th of May, and we take a look at Thursday, and we take a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In today's video, I would like to take a look at some of our investments and all opportunities that many people could access. First one, but before we do that, first one would have to be let's take a look at computers, right? Have to do high performance computers, and one of those computers recently was potentially now it's available, and or at least it's switched on. I'm just taking a look at an article, something that was published 2 weeks ago, right? So on 14 of May, and that will be the case fastest supercomputer switched on. They're saying that's the fastest one, but there's another one. It's called Down, which is in Cambridge. So I guess either way, the fastest. Let's call it fastest, right? But either way, it's still in UK, right? But either way, so we're gonna be taking a look at this article, right? And that's really in Bristol. So let's try to understand it. It's one of those articles that was sent to me, so I thought might as well let's take a look at this article. Is it a lot of information? Perhaps, but let's try to cover that in just over 2 minutes if we can. UK's fastest and most powerful CPU computer, known as Isambard AI, has been switched on at University of Bristol this week. So I think Bristol University is overseeing it. So it's not necessarily that's where a computer is located. So that's two different points there. But let's progress. This is Isambard AI supercomputer was first announced by the government last March alongside 225 million investment. So we're talking about investment of 225 million. A lot of money, taxpayers' money. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of my money there. So I have a chat to the team, right? And I asked, can I access this computer? They said that I won't be able to access this computer for 16 months or so. I won't be able to. So someone will? Okay. So that's taxpayers' money, and not necessarily everyone would be able to access this computer, right? So it's I have so many questions, right? And I had to send so many different emails. Out of a lot of emails, only 6 people respond. Only six. So that's I have sent so many different emails, right? And one person commented what myself or others would be able to use this computer for, and how information sharing, right? But I think there are some companies who would be able to use this computer, and they won't necessarily apply the same rules. So, but it's very hard to say. But that's what I would go for, right? But so there are some people who are playing by different rules, so to say, right? But once that been said, we can continue with 225 million investment, right? The facility has been built by I don't know, It doesn't matter the company, right? And contains over 5,000 NVIDIA super chips, allowing the complete 200 quadrillion calculations per second, right? I think this computer is a wider part of chain, right? So perhaps there would be satellites, and a lot of capital perhaps would come from different governments, and these computers might, or this computer might be used for. Just one of the things can be weather patterns, right? And so some of the companies might use that for satellite navigation, weather patterns, all those kind of things, right? So those companies can do it. What I'm saying, I can't. That's for 16 months or so, but either way, let's forget. Officially named as AI Research Resources, the facility has 10 times more powerful than the previous leading supercomputer in UK. Researchers will be using facility to support critical work and or development of AI technology, working closely alongside UK's AI Safety Institute. Okay. By the way, there was a name of the company. There's no one to respond. There was two people. No one's responding, but I think they will set up a new company, hopefully. So I would be able to work with that company, right? Because some of the institutions that or companies they're mentioning, I don't know what those people are doing, right? Same problem, I guess. Facility includes thousands of graphic processing units, GPUs, and will be used to train the large language models. As additional focus areas include climate research and/or accelerating automated drug discovery. Okay, okay. So again, what I'm saying is, if you would ask me, more than likely we're gonna be taking a look at climate, right? I don't know about drug discovery. I don't know who are the businesses who are gonna be working on there, and I don't know other use cases, language models, all these kind of things, right? Because I don't think there isn't any UK-based companies who can do it. If you would ask me, right? But let's consider that. I don't know if any or rest of information is important. Let's take a look at investments, large investments being made in semiconductor manufacturing. I think entire sector is very important, and I don't think UK is doing enough to support the statement. I would like to take a look at some of the articles, right? I Previously I was taking a look at investments, and I was taking a look at there was a company, and I think information that I find about UK's investment was 1 billion. Some articles saying that it's 1.4, 1.6 billion. So this is how much UK is making. It's something that I have covered already. I can briefly touch perhaps on this article. I think I have it somewhere. So this is how much UK is making, but I don't think they're doing it enough, and they're not hiring enough staff. They're not hiring enough apprenticeships. So many things that I don't think UK is doing enough of uh, compared to other players in the market, right? Let's take a look at China. And China is pumping another 47.5 billion into its chip industry. And since we're taking a look at the most powerful computers, all these kind of things, right? Let's take a look at. I haven't read this article, right? So that would be 47.5 billion into chip industry. It would be great if that would be the only thing what they're doing. That goes. There's a previous investment was made 2022, and they have pumped 143 billion. This is how much other governments investing, right? And from other governments, we can take a look and or read the article when it comes to 47 and how it's something that was published recently, a couple of days ago. So let's read this article and let's try to understand the most recent investments in this market in comparison to other governments of that. UK is in top 10 or governments investing in semiconductors, right? So top 10. But I would say they could always do better, but it depends how well UK might be able to stretch those pounds, right? As well as how much capital was already investing, as well as how strong the partnerships are with some of the other players in the market, right? Some of those being perhaps Taiwan, Netherlands, US, right? So other governments or partners, right? Once that been said, that would be what would be very important, right? So let's see how time will show, right? Doesn't matter, opinions doesn't matter, right? If there are governments who are investing close to 200, I would say, billion, and some of those governments investing way less. So it depends how well they are able to use some of those technologies, right? That could be either way. Let's take a look at this article. That could be Hong Kong. China is doubling down on the plan to dominate the advanced technology of the future by setting up its largest ever semiconductor state investment fund, according to information posted by a government-run agency, worth 47.5 billion. That would be dollars. The fund is being created as the U.S. imposed sweeping restrictions on the export of American chips and or chip technology in a bid to throttle Beijing's ambitions. with investment from 6 of the country's largest state-owned banks, including, okay, and I don't think names are important. Fund underscores Chinese leader. Okay, I don't think leader is important. Push to bolster Chinese position as a tech superpower. With its Made in China 2025 roadmap, Beijing has set a target for China to become a global leader in a wide range of industries, including artificial intelligence, AI, 5G, wireless, and all quantum computing, right? Since we take a look at, we started this video, take a look at how UK launching some of those computers and how hard it is to gain access to some of those computers, right? But that's really, I think, very important when it comes to solving a lot of problems as well as cost, right? So sometimes computing power and or need of having a lot of people, staff, hiring, all these kind of things, cost could be reduced significantly when it comes to solving issues, right? The latest investment vehicle is the third phase of China Integrated Circuit Industry Investment Fund, the Big Fund, as it's known, was officially established in Beijing on Friday, according to the National Enterprise Credit Information Public System. Shares of top Chinese chip makers have jumped after the news. Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, the world's third largest contract chip maker, has raised 7%. That doesn't matter. How opinion of how much this company is worth doesn't matter. Opinions doesn't matter. Why are we reading opinions? The first phase of the fund was set up in 2014. Facts. With 138.7 billion yuan or 19.2 billion. The second phase was established 5 years later with a registered capital of 204 billion. Okay, so now we're putting all the numbers together. Right. So overall, we'll take a look at close to 300, about 280 billion invested entire sector. So if at this point, if our taxpayers, and we were taking a look at Bristol, right, 225 million investment into this computer. Next time, we're gonna buy it from Chinese manufacturers. That's it. That's the point that I'm trying to make. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know why they are thinking about manufacturing and or doing themselves. Perhaps they are thinking, in this case, leaders of the government, Chinese government, thinking that 225 million hardware, they might as well make it themselves. Some people are thinking, might as well buy it from someone. It's tax money, right? Anyway, let's close on that. I don't know. Some of these articles, they're trying to push people's opinion investing in some of these companies. I don't think that's important because that's just a gambling. Some of those companies doing good, some of those companies not doing that good. It doesn't matter. Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.